Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. GamerDad here. I just really wanted to say thank you to all of you for just joining me for another video. And this is actually a video just kind of updating you on the games that I have been playing since the previous one, which was like a month ago. So it's been a pretty slow month, I must say. There's only 4 games that I've been playing and only one of them that I've beat so far. I think I'm pretty close to beating at least, I know, 2 of them, and the other one I'm maybe even halfway through. But so the very first one we have is the game that I played and beat. I've streamed it a couple of times. It's for Mouse PI for Hire. Now I'm going to say that this was actually a very fun game. I don't play a lot of the first person shooters, but this one was just really great. I loved the old timey 30s noir cartoon style, and just it was chock full of cheese jokes. I'm just gonna say that right now. I mean, if it's like kind of like the dad joke humor, I guess you can kind of say that. I don't know. I found it very funny. A lot of the times I was just like, oh my god, how many cheese jokes can they throw in this thing? But it was just a great time. I really enjoyed the story for it a lot more than I actually really thought I was. I didn't get into this thinking that there was going to be much of a story, but there actually was. And I'm going to say, like, just the little nods that they had. Like, there was one time when you go through and you see him, he goes, it squashes a can of spinach, and all of a sudden he gets really super buff, not exactly Popeye arms, but just really buff arms, and then he just starts punching everyone. It was just a really fun time. And there's another time he drinks a cup of coffee, all of a sudden he's got finger guns. And I'm like, that was just a really great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I highly recommend anyone, especially if you are a first-person like shooter fanatic and you really would like to, I would just really highly recommend you going out and picking this game up to try it for yourself. So, I mean, if we want to rate it, let's go ahead and just rate it about an 8 out of 10. I will say there's some aspects I didn't particularly like, mainly just the platforming type things where I just kept missing, and so I'd have to redo it again. That kind of got frustrating, but overall, a good game. Next one is actually going to be another Switch 2 game for Splatoon Raiders. Now, I'm going to say this just on the outset, I'm not a Splatoon fan. I got the game just thinking that it would be something couch co-op kind of, or a versus type thing where I could just play with my family. We could actually just enjoy it together because it looked like a fun time of just kind of like almost like a party aspect where you're just trying to beat each other and by painting the world more than the other team. And this just seemed like a lot, like not necessarily competitive, but it's only online. That was like the biggest drawback for me. I know a lot of people love it. I'm just not really big into that competitive scene, feeling like I'm letting someone down if I mess up. I mean, if it's my family, oh, sure, that's fine. I messed up, okay. And we can all just laugh about it. But this one is actually geared more towards like a first-person style thing, which is kind of up my alley because I'm trying to think of how to actually phrase it, because I actually do get the sense for the Splatoon Raiders when you're actually fighting the Salmonids yourself. It's almost like not quite a first-person shooter because you have that third or your back so you can actually see and aim and everything else like that. But it's actually a really fun time. Not like big on the story thing, which is, I mean, it's there. I'm not really too keen on the music, which isn't, I mean, it's there as well, but the gameplay itself, being able to, how you're actually fighting and all the different gadgets that you have, the different power-ups for those gadgets, how they have like a cooldown timer, and how you're kind of customizing your, squiddling. They just refer to him as the mechanic the entire time. But just leveling up is like just a really treat for me, and I must say that this is actually the most fun that I have actually personally had with a Splatoon game. And I kind of wish they would do more of these in the future. I mean, I would definitely go and get those. I mean, hey, and if you are a Splatoon fan, I don't want to get any hate about it. For me not liking it, but I just really enjoy this game. I say this is like the best Splatoon game out there for me, not for everyone. But if you are a Splatoon fan and maybe not so big into the competitive, then I would actually highly recommend you to go pick this up, give it a try, and maybe even if you don't like the Splatoon series for the reasons, like same reasons I do, then this might actually be able something to be able to enjoy a Splatoon game. Because I know that there's kind of a few other people that I've talked to, like in Discord and stuff, and so they like this game, but not big fans of the regular Splatoon games. And I would actually just like to pause this video right now and just to be able to say thank you to all of you for all the subscribers, new and old. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. Help me to reach that next milestone. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you comment down below that you did subscribe, I am going to try to get back into the habit of being able to thank you personally. So let's just say your name is, I can't even think of a name right now, Squidboy69. Okay, anyways, because of the Splatoon Raiders. But if you go through, you subscribe to the channel, say, hey, I subscribe to this channel, I really enjoyed this video, whatever it is, then hopefully in the previous video, or in the next video, I will be able to shout you out and just to thank you personally. So, but also, if you do like this content or any of the other content on my channel, please do hit that like button, share it, hype it up. It all helps me out tremendously. And I really can't thank you all enough for just everything that you do. And for every comment, I do respond back to you for if it's good or it's bad. I mean, I want to try to take the criticisms and make this channel better because it is made by you and for you. So, with that out of the way, we're just get right back into this video. Next one. It's another game that I've streamed this one a couple of times with my wife. And so we are really close to beating this. It is for Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Now, I'm going to say this is actually the most fun that we have actually had with the Hyrule Warriors games. I mean, we've played them all, we enjoy them. We enjoy the competitiveness against each other because we always compete to see who can get the most kills in each stage. Some of them are, most of them actually last just a couple of minutes, which is actually really ideal because you can just pick it up, go through, do a mission here, mission there, then you can hang it up, and then maybe the next day come back and you do a couple more missions, and how you're upgrading all the characters. And I will say this, that as compared to Calamity, we each had like maybe one or two characters that we kind of stuck to. We really enjoyed playing those two characters, and that was it. But all the characters here for Age of Imprisonment, they all play really well. It's just a lot more fun, I'm going to say, to be able to branch out and play all of the different characters and how you're leveling up the different weapons. You have the training thing, so you don't have to worry about if someone gets under-leveled, leaving them behind. So you can always just pay the training and go through and level them up. And we are not trying to 100% the game, but we're trying to do like all the different missions, all the different little character power-ups and stuff, as well as before we do and move on with the story. That's kind of the reason why it's taken us so long. We've got 25 hours into this game right now, which is the most time that we've actually put into any individual Hyrule Warriors game. And it's just a really fun time, and runs beautifully on the Switch too. I'm going to say that now. No matter how many enemies are on the screen, it doesn't bog down. It doesn't have like the jumps and the frame rate dips that you experienced on the Switch One with Age of Calamity. And it's just a really great game, especially if you are a Warriors fan, you're a Legend of Zelda fan. I would highly recommend you go and pick this up. I would actually kind of rate this very high up there. I'm not going to say this is a 10 out of 10 game, but I will say it's like a 9 out of 10. There's a couple of drawbacks. Not for the music, I just can't place it off the top of my head, but I know there's something there that would kind of keeps it from being the 10 out of 10. But still, overall, an amazing game. This next one, I actually have a couple of hours into this play, and this is the game that y'all picked in the last one for Starbites. And so, in a turn-based RPG, you're actually having the mechs. I did not know this, but when you're actually getting parts and you're putting them on your mechs, certain ones actually change the way that your mech actually looks. The very first ones that I was actually getting there, you just put them on there and it increased your stats. And so I didn't really think anything of it until all of a sudden I got one and I put it onto my thing, and all of a sudden it changed the way my mech looked. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I will say that you have the exploration in here is really fun. I will say a drawback is the fact that there's so many fights. It kind of bogs you down a little bit. And I do have, I sped up all the fights so I can actually get through them a little bit quicker. But it still takes a lot for the fights. I mean, you can outrun them if you want to, just to try to avoid as many as you want. But the difficulty level settings is, if you put it on easy, it's super easy. I tried it there, and you're just like pretty basically like one-shotting all the enemies, and you can blow through bosses if you just want to experience the story. Normal actually gives you a fairly good mix, so I would just say probably play it on normal and try to do it on that. I did not try the hard because I just felt that the normal was a pretty good speed for me, and it gave me enough challenge, but it wasn't like too challenging. I mean, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. I don't want to go through and be stressed out playing a game. That defeats the purpose of a game for me. Now, there's some people out there that enjoy that. It's just not for me thing. I have to kind of, my time is very limited between work and kids and everything else of this, and some of you understand that. So I don't have time for that. But overall, a great game. I will say, after the couple of hours that I've played, haven't met all the characters. The story is interesting, not too grandiose, and the graphics on it are pretty good. It's not for what I would expect for like maybe a Switch game. I think they could have been better, but you know what? Still a very good game. Probably an 8 out of 10 is what I would rate that game, or rate this game. And so that's all I've been playing for this month. And so not very many games as compared to the last video, which was like 9 games. That was because I had a vacation. So I had a week off devoted to gaming. I could just blow through a lot of different games in that week. But that is neither here nor there. So, hey, comment down below. Do you have any of these games? Have you played these games? Maybe they are on your list. Or maybe these little mini reviews have actually kind of helped you in wanting to actually pick them up. Comment down below. Even if that is the case, I would actually really like to hear from you, and just for anything really. But thank you for joining me for another video. I really hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy playing the games and just being able to put out these videos for you. So have a great day, a great night. God bless you all. I'll see you all next time.